Okay, so today we've got another Time Warfare video, and in this video, as y'all can see, is going to be a little different. I'm not actually going to be playing the game, and instead I'm going to be making a tier list. Now, y'all have been requesting me, commenting and asking for me to make a tier list for so long, so I thought, you know what, why not? Let me just do this and just, give y'all what y'all want. So, as y'all see, we got S, A, B, C, D. And I'm basically just gonna be ranking all the like heroes and classes that you can run in this game. And yeah, I'll give like a brief description or like overview as to why I think they belong in that rank. And I'm probably gonna be getting rid of D tier just because honestly, I don't think any like class slash hero is actually D tier. So I'm probably gonna do that. And then yeah, let's get on with the ranking. Okay, so yeah, I went ahead and got rid of D tier. So we're just gonna do it in the order that they give us. So Abnormal Titan. I know what y'all are thinking. How could he have gotten rid of D tier? But honestly, I'm gonna give him C. I don't think he's that trash enough to be like D tier, complete garbaggio. But he's not that good. I think he's C tier just because for the point, like he doesn't. What does an abnormal titan do? Like you tell me, when you pick an abnormal titan, when anybody picks an abnormal titan, do you really think that person is a threat on the field? You know what I'm saying? Like in a titan 1v1, if you're against an actual like titan shifter, like any of these guys, right? You can literally block mid M1s from an abnormal titan. Like their M1s aren't even true, which is a sign I think they gotta fix, because you basically can't win any titan 1v1 against anyone who knows that. As soon as you land one punch, the person's just gonna block the rest of your combo, right? So that's pretty stupid. They don't have a roar, so you can't even find like humans to actually kill. Like you have to physically use your eyes, which is not easy, okay? And they don't even have that much health. So against an actual titan shifter, they die in like 3 combos, dog. So like I don't really see the purpose of just even becoming an abnormal titan. Like that's why every time y'all hear me in my videos, like when I see an abnormal titan, I'm just like, you just wasted your points, bro. Cause what are you gonna do, bro? Like I don't know, I don't know. The only reason I'd ever see you pick one is for the daily mission, and that's it, bro. But yeah, C tier automatically our first C tier. Anti-personnel. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Anti-personnel, I'd say, this one's hard because anti-personnel has a really like high skill ceiling in my opinion. Like you can't really play it the same like Blades or Thunder Spears. Like you have to completely change your play style. But I feel like anti-personnel personally for me, like I'm not even I'd say I'm okay with them, but for me I'd probably say this is hard. This is actually really hard. Probably B tier. I think I'm gonna go B tier, just because like I think when you can like effectively use them, they're not that bad. But even then, like freaking Soldier or wait, no, these are Eldians. I'm stupid. Blades and Thunder Spears, I think, are just way more effective. But if they do, the one thing I will say about them is they are really good like against Titans, like blinding and cutting ankles and stuff like that. So in that like scenario, I think they're actually really good. But against like humans, I don't know, like just the play style for them is just really weird. And any good Marlian is like, for me, the way I see it is when you're playing anti-personnel, you have to just be a ninja, right? Because of the range you have with the guns, you have to get up close, right? So if you hook onto them from super far away, they're gonna know where you're at. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, you get sniped just like that. So I feel like you have to get in close, be sneaky, and then blast them. Boom, boom, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like the playstyle is just really weird. I think anti-personnel definitely needs some buffs, and it can probably be way better. But I'd say probably B tier for me. Now, the first Titan shifter we actually have is the Armor Titan. This is easy as, easy as. The Armor Titan is, ever since I got him, I instantly knew, like, he's crazy. The Armor Titan's actually correct. By the way, this isn't in any specific order, so I'm just going to be putting things down, and y'all can order it if y'all want, I don't know, but I'm just going to be throwing stuff down. So, Armor Titan easy as, he's actually cracked, okay? The fact that he's got his infamous Unga Bunga mode where you could just pop it and you have no stun at all is cracked, okay? He's got a combo extender, charge guard breaks, and goes through iframes. I don't know if it's intended to go through iframes, but it does. So if anybody is ever low health and they roar, you can just charge and it'll do a brick of damage, okay? And off of a charge, it's also low-key a combo extender. Like you can combo once you hit it. So and he's got a combo extender normally, you know what I'm saying? So he's also got a roar. So if there's no titans to fight, you can go kill humans because you can ping them. And then he can whatchamacallit, he's got the, actually I think that's it. Yeah, oh no, he can remove his plates. So I think with the plates on, he actually takes reduced damage, and it's impossible to cut his ankles, okay? So that's one thing. And then when you take them off, you run faster, but I think you take more damage. That I'm not sure on, but the fact that you don't even need to worry about people like just cutting away your ankles like literally everybody else here does, I think instantly gives him a huge advantage. So I'd say easy S for me. Now Aaron, the attack titan, is low-key, I don't even want to give him A, but I think just because he's a titan shifter, and titan shifters in my opinion are strong, I'm gonna give him A. But honestly, I'm low-key considering B, just because like when you think of titan shifting, right, he's the most basic like bread and butter there is. And I get it, you know, he's the first time you get, I'm pretty sure he's free, so they can't make him too broken. But that's what I'm saying, like once you get enough money to get anybody else here, why would you ever use him again? Like tell me why would you ever pick the attack titan again, except for his cool ass skins. I'm not gonna cap. The dragon skin from like the new crate, that's actually pretty dope, and it sounds cool and it looks cool. So he's actually got some pretty dope skins. But other than that, why would you pick him, bro? He's just basic. Like he can harden, okay, he does more damage. He can roar, so he can ping people. Combo extender, and then he's got rage mode, which you can only use when you're low health. Like he's just basic, you know, he doesn't really have anything that makes him stand out. So he's kind of just your average guy. Like every titan I feel like fills a like sort of niche. Like they'll have their niche, you know what I'm saying? They're good at something. Whereas him, he's just an all-rounder. Like he can do everything, but he's not very good at everything. And I guess that's what you get when, you know, you're just an all-rounder, right? He can do everything, but he's not very good at everything. So I'd say he's easy A. I don't know. Low key, I'd put B, but titan shifting is still a strong mechanic, and you can still mess people up and do good with him. So I'd say just because of that, he's A tier. Now, the aviator is a hard one, because if the person using the aviator knows how to use it, I'd say it's easy S, just because in a Titan 1v1, like let's say you're running the ones with somebody, right? And you have a support aviator in the sky and they just bomb the Titan, they're going to take a brick of damage and it can be really like crack support. But I feel like most of the time when I see somebody using the aviator, they're not doing that. Like I feel like they're trying, but I don't really see it a lot. So I think for that, probably maybe A. I think I'll just do A. Like even a bottom of the barrel aviator can still pop off low key, so I think I might just give them A. But like if the person knows what they're doing and, you know, they like bomb the Titans, or they send Titans on like points and stuff like that in like a capture, or you know, stuff like that, I think he's S, but I'd probably give him A right now, so I'm gonna do that. The Beast Titan. Now here's the thing. The Beast Titan is a weird one, because he's good, but it has to be the right scenario. So by that I mean, let's say you pick him, right, and you get him on the you're a Eldian and you pick the Beast Titan. I think in that, and there's no Titan shifters, I think in that scenario, low key he's S. I'm not even gonna lie, in that scenario he's S. Like nobody can mess with you, and because you're on the Eldian side, people ain't just gonna cut your ankles so easily, you know what I'm saying? So in that scenario, I think he's S. But when there's an enemy Titan shifter and you don't have no other support with you, like let's say it's just one Beast Titan versus an armored, right? I think you're low-key gonna get bodied. Like I'm not even gonna lie, just because the Beast Titan, you know, has slower M1s. They don't really have anything for combos. So if the person you're fighting is smart and they keep up the pressure and just keep chasing you down, do not let you breathe, you can't really do much. But if let's say you have a Titan shifter and it's a 2v1, you have one on your team, he's still S. So I think you kind of just need to fulfill the right like goals in order to use him. First of all, I'd never play him if you're a Marlian. I think you're just gonna get bullied outright, straight up. If you're a Marlian, I don't think you should ever pick him. You're just gonna get your ankles cut like 24/7. Anytime you throw a rock, they're gonna cut your ankles, and you're gonna be useless. In that scenario, same thing. I'd probably put him B. But if you're smart, which this is my opinion, so I'm not ranking them. I'm not gonna try and rank them off the community. This is just what I think. Me personally, I always pick them on Eldian, and when I pick them on Eldian, I body people, right? So me personally, I'd say most of the time A tier, just cause even when I do pick them on Eldian, sometimes when there's a Titan trying to throw hands on me, I will kind of get messed up. I'm not even gonna lie. But most of the time you can actually pop off with him. So I'd give him A, easy A tier for me. Blades, blades are cracked. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Blades are kind of cracked. I think I might give them S, just cause like they're just good, you know. You just auto lock onto people, and it's a one shot if you know what you're doing. If you're smart with blades, which this is my play style. If you get in close, then boost to like, you know, kill the person, they don't really have a lot of reaction timing to dodge like your initial hit. And so for that, I think Blades is S tier, easy S tier. Now, the Colossal Titan. Okay, look. A lot of people I be seeing bash the Colossal Titan. I low-key think he's underrated. Well, in a sense, because here's the thing. For payload and capture, the Colossal is literally the best Titan in the game. There is not a single Titan shifter that is better at any of those two modes than this man right here. If anybody on your team ever can get the Colossal in time on payload or capture, you won, like literally. Because what can they do? On payload, dog, if you shift with the Colossal, no matter what team you're on, if you're pushing or you're defending, all you have to do is sit there and the payload will either move forward or move backwards. And there's nothing that the enemy can do, dog. Like literally just last week, I was playing the Armor Titan and we were doing payload and somebody shifted as the Colossal and there's none I could have done. He just stood on the point and I can't, because you can't kill him. He's got like, what, 30k health or something? And all his moves do a brick of health and there's not much you can do. So he just pushed it back and the payload never moved, dog. It stayed at spawn. So like that's what I'm trying to say. Like for that he's cracked. And then even for capture, if you have a Colossal and he just stands on one of the capture points, they're not claiming that point. It's theirs and that's it. Whoever the Colossal is owns that point, dog. You're not winning that back. So that's what I'm saying. Like in those two modes, S. But in terms of like deathmatch, I think he's only useful for the nuke, and after that you can't, like you can do stuff, right? But I think after the nuke, he kind of just becomes irrelevant because you just run from him. Like, you know, why would you not just run from him? There's no reason to actually fight him. So I don't know. I'm gonna, like I said, this is my opinion. So me, I only ever pick him on like payload and capture. And for that, I think I'm gonna leave him S tier. But just remember, if we're talking deathmatch, I'd low-key put him here. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I think for deathmatch, he doesn't really do much, and you can just run. So he's kind of just a walking sloth. So for deathmatch, I think B. But I'm gonna put him S just because in the scenarios he's good. He's cracked. Like he's good at more things than he is bad. So I think S tier. Engineer is I might get flamed. I don't know. I be hearing a lot of engineer mains like saying how they pop off with them. Look, man, I can't. I'm not that good with engineer, bro. I can't crank 90s and do all this crazy stuff that people be doing. Okay, so for me, I think I'm gonna give engineer a like just B in my opinion. Look, I told you this is my opinion, bro. I'm not that good with them. Well, actually, I don't know, cause if you know how to use them, the shotgun isn't that bad. And I have popped off with the engineer before, but I don't know. It's a hard one. I think they're also pretty good at dealing with Titans because of the shotgun. You can just shoot their eyes or shoot their ankles out. Okay, you know what? I'm actually gonna reconsider. I'm gonna give engineer A tier. I think if you know how to use them, they can be pretty useful. Like even me, who's not that good with them, can pop off with them. Like I'd be dropping like 20 kills, 20 plus kills when I pick them. And if you just know how to use them correctly, you can pop off. Like I think if you Q dash when the LDN is like coming up on you, right? Like perfectly when the blue thing is around your screen, and you disable their ODM, is boom, buckshot to the face, they're dead. So Yeah, I think I like that. A tier for the engineer. I think I'll leave that, and yeah, that's good for him. So the female tie-in is I actually made a video on her recently, probably like a few weeks ago. I think I'd say A tier. Definitely A tier. I don't think I'd put her in S just for the fact that it's her damage. Like you can mess up a Titan shifter, right? But anybody else is like gonna out damage you easily, I think. Like the armored, the freaking Warhammer, Jaw, even the attack Titan. With hardening though, she can be kind of cracked, but when it goes on cooldown, you're back to doing the smallest amount of damage in the game. However, the niche, like I was talking about, that she fulfills is the fact that she's, in my opinion, the best like soldier killer in the game. No matter what side you pick her on, if you ever want to drop like 30 plus kills, because if you can't do it with her, I'm sorry, but you're doing something wrong. If you want to drop 30 plus kills no matter what game you're in, just pick her, dog. The fact that you can auto ping the whole, basically the whole map every like what 15 seconds or something, just guarantees you kills on kills. So I'd say if you're trying to kill humans, S tier, right? But if you're just, you know, if you're gonna like engage in like a Titan 1v1, I'd probably just leave her in A, because if you're 1v1ing a Titan, they're not just gonna let you go and kill the soldiers, you know what I'm saying? So in terms of that, I think I'm just gonna leave her in A. With hardening, she's good. She also gets 3 shifts, which is pretty nice. I think that's also really nice. Her agility is cracked. She can run around the map like fast as hell. Like it's actually insane. But yeah, I'd probably just leave her A. Like she's really good. Don't get me wrong. A, look, S and A, there's not that big of a difference. But I'm just saying, like she's still A. A is really good in my opinion. All right. So yeah, I think I'll leave her A. Oh, Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. Now Gabby, bro, Gabby's cracked. I'm not even. This is easy S. Okay, Gabby, in my opinion, is actually cracked. Now, spoilers. I also think Soldier is cracked, and Gabby's literally a soldier, but wait, it's a soldier but buff, dog. You get more health and your weapons do more damage. And then she's got, which I think is pretty underrated, she's got a whole grapple hook which can basically turn you into an Eldian, dog. Like with the grapple hook, the range is actually cracked, yo. You can go like halfway across the map so easily with the freaking grapple, bruh. So like I just like she's a normal soldier, you know, so there's not much to talk about. But the grapple makes her cracked, and her just doing more damage. Like Gabby's actually good. If you don't like Titan shifting, because I know some people don't like to actually Titan shift, just pick Gabby if you're a Marlian main. She's gonna do you wonders, dog. Jaw Titan, easy, easy S. Personally, he's my favorite Titan in the game. Whenever I pick him, I have the most fun compared to like any other Titan. The only L I'd say about him is like, you know, compared to like the Beast Titan or the Attack Titan, armored, female, he can't kill soldiers as well, right? Because he doesn't have a roar. But if you pick him for his niche, like I've been talking about, which his niche is killing actual Titan shifters, I think bro, he's so good, bro. He can do so much damage. His guard break is amazing, okay? He's got a counter, which is the only Titan in the game to have a counter, and he's fast as hell. Like he's just so good. Every time I use him, I destroy people, dog. Like he is so good, man. The only, like, if you can manage your health, because the only weakness he has 2 weaknesses: not being able to kill soldiers, and then he's got low health. If you can manage your health and like pay attention and not get comboed that much, you know, if you can play good defense, he's amazing. Like he's my favorite Titan shifter, and I'd say he's the best in my opinion, the best like Titan shifter out of all of them in my opinion. Remember. And yeah, he's my favorite, so easy S for me. Kenny, I'm probably gonna put Kenny in. I don't think he deserves B tier, just cause he's, like I said, anti-personnel can be cracked if you know how to use it. And I also did a video on Kenny. This was a bit while ago though, so y'all probably haven't seen it. But if you want, you can go check that out. And like I said, if you can play anti-personnel, which like I said, I can do it pretty decently, and you pick Kenny, he's honestly pretty good. Like when I played him, I popped off. You can get rid of like when you do his little smoke, you can't get pinged, and if you're already pinged, it comes off of you. You have a chair to survive bullets, so Marlians can't just one-shot you. And he's just got, actually, one L I'm pretty sure is he's got less health than an anti-personnel, which is something I think they need to fix, low-key. I don't really like that, but I mean, whatever, right? But yeah, like he's honestly really good. If you know how to use anti-personnel, I think Kenny can be a pretty good pick. Like he's actually pretty good. Levi, easy S. I feel like everyone saw this coming. He can, like, there's no real reason not to put him S. He can, he's literally one of the best, like, top 2 support, right? I feel like there's only 2 people in Titan, 3 people that support in a Titan fight, and I feel like he's a top 2 low key. Like, he can cut ankles for free. It's literally free. You click one button and their ankles are done. Nothing they can do about it. If you just hit any part of their body with your blades, you blind them. So that's also free. And then I think he can do like 1300 damage if you hit a Titan's nape. I didn't do it in my video when I recorded him, but from what I've been told, if you do your little Beyblade attack and then you hit a Titan's nape, you actually do 1300 damage, which is a lot of damage, by the way. So, and he's got a brick of health, and he does more damage with blades, you know? So I think just for that alone, easy S. Like, no one's gonna argue with that. I think Levi's actually cracked. Mikasa is another one. I'd probably say S. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I'm going S for Mikasa. Mikasa, in my opinion, same thing. If you know how to use Thunder Spears, which they're not that hard, frankly, she can pop off. Okay. You get, what, 8 Thunder Spears, which is amazing. The consistency with them is way better than only having 4. You've got your one attack, which literally detonates from far range, which if all Thunder Spears in the game worked like that, everyone would main them, because it's actually broken. The fact that you could just stay like 20 feet in the air and snipe somebody with a Thunder Spear and not have to get close to them or anything and risk your life and just kill them is actually insane, and it's low-key broken. So thank God it's only for her, okay, because that move is cracked. And the only L with her is her little like flurry attack where you shoot a bunch of them. I think it's not like, because it's hard to aim. Like, you're gonna have to basically hit a Titan who's standing still, which most Titans don't stand still. So the only way I see you hitting someone with that is if they're like getting comboed by your Titan and then you just shoot them from the back or something like that, right? Then you could do a brick of damage, but otherwise that move is kind of her only L. But other than that, like I said, she's got more health and her one ability is insane, so I think easy S tier again. Operator's probably gonna go in, I'd say B. You could argue for C, but I don't think it's that bad. The only reason I'm saying B is because, yeah, he can do a lot of damage to a Titan, but past that, like, what are you gonna do? You know, you can kill soldiers okay with it, right? But if a Titan rolls up on you, even an abnormal, bro, you're gonna die. Like, it takes like 3 hits from a Titan shifter. Is it 4? It's one of the two. 3 or 4 hits from a Titan shifter to actually kill the tank, which is so easy to do much. And if Eldian is smart and they just come from like the sky, slice them, and then get out, you can't kill them either. But I think for the fact that if you are left alone and like the Titans don't pay attention to you, you can kind of pop off and be a really good support, I feel like, but that's only in some scenarios. Another thing is if an Eldian kills you, they get a brick of points, which then lets them pick somebody who's really good. So I don't know, but I think B is just alright. Soldier is easy S. Y'all always see me popping off with Soldier. I love the Soldier class. Soldier is one of, like, probably my favorite class to play. They're so much fun, and they just have nothing, like, there's nothing bad about them. Like, they do everything you're supposed to, you know, an SMG for close range, a sniper for far range. If you have good aim, the Soldier's, like, actually god tier, bro. Like, literally, they're just good. That's it. There's not much else to say about them. They're just really good. Normal Thunder Spears, I'd probably put in A, low-key, just because I feel like they take a little bit more work than Blades do. But that's really it. Like, and then, like, just because they take a little bit more work than Blades do. Mikasa's an S just because she has more health and the abilities help her with the Thunder Spears. But I think Thunder Spears, like, alone are just okay, you know? You don't have any extra health, so you have normal health. You can die pretty fast. And sometimes, if the Marlene is smart, like me, and you do actually manage to, sorry, my mic like died on me. So if the Marlene is smart and you do manage to detonate the actual, like, whatchamacallit, Thunder Spear, the Marlene, I don't know why this is allowed, you can actually Q dash at a perfect time to avoid the explosion. Like, you get an iframe for 1 second, you'll actually avoid the explosion and you won't die. So even if somebody with a Thunder Spear sticks you, you can avoid the actual explosion. And while they're coming to you to detonate it or trying to leave, you can snipe them. So, like, there's a lot of risk when using thunder spears, and that's what I think is kind of a L. Like sometimes they can be cracked, but if the Marlian is good, you're gonna get bodied, like low key. I don't know, but I think A tier is just good. Like they're still good, and they're really good against Titans. If you run the perks where you increase explosion damage and stuff, they're pretty good for that. I Warhammer's easy S. Like I said, the only L that they have is you can't really kill soldiers, and whenever you get a part of your body like cut, it takes longer to regenerate. But past that, in a Titan 1v1, the Warhammer is cracked, bro. Like they have no weakness. Like you have a ranged guard break, you have sword M1s, which like I said, I think it extends the like range you have. You attack faster, and you do more damage. And then, like I said, the main thing that carries them is if you're ever in a 1v1 or even a 2v1. 2v1 is best case scenario, but even a 1v1, if the person's not respecting you and they're not shifting, like shifting out of their Titan early when they have low health, literally spike into hammer, they're dead. Like, you know, like you basically pressure somebody to shift early without you even having to do anything. Like you just being there is going to make them shift early because they're like, oh crap, I can get one-shotted right now. And in a 2v1, it's even better because if they're low and then you spike them, your teammate can beat them up while they're on the spike and then you hammer them. So you don't even need to wait for them to be super low because your teammate can just bring them down to the amount of health you'd need to kill them. So all of that put together, easy S. And now we move on to the last character, the newest character added to Titan Warfare, and I think easy A, bro. Like, I don't think Magath is S tier just because, look, man, in my opinion, he's good, but him not having a sniper, I think just really hinders him, dog. The RPG is good and the SMG is good, but the fact that the SMG, they didn't give him the same damage with his SMG that Gabby has, which I think is kind of an L. Like, if you're not going to give him a sniper, you should at least give him the SMG damage that Gabby has, and I think it'd make him like 5 times better, honestly. Because every time, bro, maybe it's just me, every time I put down a freaking cannon to blow up a Titan, I get hooked on and I die. That's another thing. He has like no health, bro. So like it takes like 3 hits to die, and even then, if somebody's coming from super far away, because you know your damage as an Eldian scales with how fast you're going, you're just gonna get one-shotted, dog. So I don't know. I think it like if he's doing his job right, which is just making you do more damage to Titans and shooting them with the cannon, he's good, right? But if you can't do that, if there's no enemy Titan shifters and you're just Magath, like why would you pick him? I don't know. Like in my opinion, if there's no Titan shifters and you're just being Magath to be Magath, you're kind of selling. Like I'd take Gabby over Magath any day. But like I said, if there's a Titan shifter on the enemy team, I think he's like he's good. He's just good. Like he's really good. Like doing more damage, and then the cannon that goes through block and iframes and it does a brick is just good. But like I said, if you're getting swarmed by Eldians, you're kind of gonna get bodied. But yeah, I think this is gonna be my tier list. You know, y'all have been asking me, so here you go. Remember, this is my opinion, so you know, just remember this is what I think. All right, y'all all think this like differently, but let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. Right, this is gonna be a fun one to see. Let me know what you guys think. This is my tier list. Y'all been asking for a minute, and you know, I thought why not? Let me give it to y'all. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support recently. You know, you guys are actually the best like fans ever. Honestly, I know I say it a lot, but you guys are amazing, man. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.